able to see the screen? Able to hear my voice? Hello, Utkarsh. How are you, dears? All of you able to see properly? Just let me know in case if you got any troubles or any something, let me know. Okay. All right. So let's start with another drawing for Monday, and we are planning to. Uh, One second. Why messages on the group? All right. Okay, so take your paper, keep it in portrait mode, and just we need a ruler also today, and we are planning to draw some buildings. Okay, some like a passage or a hallway, not hallway actually, a passage. We can say like a corridor or the like one building over here, another building over here, and a connected building also. So through that, a mid road or a passage is going through the middle, like that. Something we are going to draw. You can see this in on the streets, like the pathway streets of Western countries, actually. Okay, so let's try to make something like that. Okay, and it will be really beautiful also, and we'll try to make it as easy as possible for you to draw. Okay, so let's start with the ruler. So as I said, 1 2 3, like three partitions we need. And as the first partition, I will take my ruler, and I want you to observe first. Okay, dears, able to see the screen properly? Yes, I think it's fine. Okay, so I'm starting from here, making one vertical line but not connecting the bottom end. Can you see? I started from the top end but not finishing it on the bottom end. Instead, from there, I'll be making another slanting line this way. Okay, first observe, then start drawing. So after observing this much, you may start drawing the picture. Okay, you can pause the video and then you can start drawing. If you're able to see the full screen, yes. Okay, so this is the first step. So those who are starting doing can pause the video here. And from here, I will be adding another set. So what I will do, I will make another vertical line here, leaving a tiny gap over here. And from here, I'll be adding another slanting line to the top this way. All right. All right, dears. So I hope you have done till this much. So next step. So we are trying to, we will do the detailings later. Initially, we will just sketch the buildings and all, and then it will be easy for you for the detailing. Then you will also get an idea what we are trying to do. Okay. So again, from here, this point, I'm making another slanting line roughly. Use H grade pencils, dears, for the sketching part, and the B grade pencils we can use for shading once we finish the sketching part. Okay, so this much would be enough as of now. Next step, I'll be adding another one more vertical line here from the top till here only. Okay, not too much lengthy, or maybe a little bit more. This much I'm drawing and connecting it to here. Okay, these all are buildings. Don't get confused. Hello, Gautam. dear Gautam Balaji. How are you and how's the session going on? You all able to draw it properly? Let me know all these steps also, okay? Okay. So the next step from this point, okay? From this point to this point, I'll be adding another connection. So this is one building, this is next building, and here we will add that passage. Okay, that I'll show you how to do. Let's wait. All right, Krishiv is also doing. Glad to know that. Krishiv is there, Utkarsh is there, Gautam Balaji is there. Who else? Who all are doing there with me? Okay, shall we continue, dears? If you are still drawing this much part, just pause the video, okay? And those who are done with this much, let's continue. So here, see dears, from here I'll start a small horizontal line, okay? So I'm not using ruler because maybe we will erase it because it's a part of shadow also. So we don't want it to be too proper. So I'm making it so light, but from here I will add a proper slanting line. Did you understand how it is going? So made a very light line and again made a slanting line. Okay, this should be also very straight only, but draw it very light. Okay, that's all. So I hope you all are very active today after the weekend. Okay, Darshagan also there. Good, good, good. All guys are there. Where are the girls? Okay, so next, let's continue. Okay, so this point, particularly this point, I prefer to change it a bit actually. So why I'm changing, I'll just show you dears. Why? Because this should be when you draw like this, it should not be same over here. Okay, these two things should not merge together. Okay, so just imagine like if you go up, it should not be touching this point, this corner. That's why I just changed the position a bit to here. I hope it's clear. It's like a construction drawing. I know that's why a little bit confusion, and I'm sure like you didn't get an idea what we are doing. But just keep in mind a passage, a walkway within some buildings. Okay. So as I said, let's continue. I'm making another vertical line exactly from this corner and making a curvy line to connect it. So this is our passage. Okay. Again, pause the video, dears. If you need more time to do this, pause the video. And always draw it very light because we need multiple corrections and all. Okay, so here again, I'm just correcting because I need more space over here. So just extending this line a bit to the top. Okay, just a correction. Draw it all so lightly so it will not affect your picture. So next step, again, just a little bit up over here, I will again add another curvy line as the starting of this passage. So this was a passage and this was the other end or the opening on the other side, and this is the front side. or the beginning part of the passage. So making it bit curvy and finishing over here. Now this is why, just to draw this properly, I erased it and made it little up. Okay dears? Observe carefully, understand it, and then start drawing. Because it's a bit confusing, I'm sure. Just thought of give some little bit suspense. Okay, so again, those who have completed it, from here, you can draw easily. I'm so happy to know that, because the picture is a little bit complicated, but the steps are a little bit fine, but still you will not understand what it is, right? That's why I thought it will be hard for you, but I'm so happy to know it's easy for you. All right, see now from this point, can you see I made a big curve over here, and from the end point of that curve I made another vertical line and just connected it to this point. Maybe now you are getting an idea of what it is. Okay, in fact, that basic sketching part is almost done. Now we will start with the tiny, tiny detailings. Then it will be more easy for you, I guess. Okay, so where should we start actually? Okay, we'll go to this building, this part. Okay, let's go to here. Over here, let's add a nice window. So how we should add? By drawing a rectangle box. Observe, understand, pause the video, try to draw. Okay dears? And try to make it as perfect as possible. Each line should be perfect. Each shape should be perfect. Then automatically our entire drawing will be perfect. So that was for a window. So the window needs some sectioning. So I'm adding a grill on that like this. Draw a double line for each of it. Add a width also like this. Able to see clearly, dears? I don't know. Like the camera is a bit different today. I hope it's fine. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, guys, next. Let's add two more windows on this portion. Okay, for this, or just one window would be fine. So I will be starting over here. Okay, same level over here. Another rectangle box for a window on the connecting building. Okay, here is one building, here is another building, and this is the connecting section. And over there also, let's add a window. So add a double line also inside that carefully. Take your time, do it slowly. Never rush. And see the design, dears, I'll be adding like a midsection over here, but still this kind of glass I'll be adding over the top part only, like this. Got it? Observe, understand, then start drawing. And this portion we are assuming like the wooden blind windows. You know that I'm just adding some straight lines so that you will understand what I meant. This line is erased since I made it very dark with my HB pencil. That's why it's not erasing. I hope you all are using your drawing very lightly so it won't affect your drawing. All right, next step. Okay, now let's focus on this portion. Okay, below this line, let's add some wooden logs or wooden pieces. So just make some circles or oval shape like this, that certain wooden logs are placed for balancing that structure. Okay. Next is another one I'm adding this way. Okay, these are the detailings we have started doing. And again, a supporting wooden plank or log also. I think it's a plank only. So add a slanting lines this way. Another detail I'm adding, another small line, slanting line through the, leaving a narrow gap. Okay. The detailings we can do later. As of now, let's make some lines in between. Maybe now you got an idea about how the structure looks, right? Again, on the side of this building, add a tiny line this way, not too thick or anything, just a tiny line with a, making it like a box. So that part detailing is almost done. Now let's focus on over here. Okay, so this is also kind of like a what we say, that tile, the floor tile, not floor tile, roof tile has been paved on the top, so we have to draw that. So dears, you need to draw some slanting lines here. Leave almost equal gaps, or tiny gaps are fine, but like this. Can you see? Make it slanting like this. Should be slanting, okay? Next step, from here, just connect it this way. But each time, no need to make it so uniform and perfect. Make a little bit changes also, totally fine. Got it? Like this way. Again, pause the video if you're still working on it. Take your time. The next step, I will just add another line connecting over this. And the next step. Okay, so over here also we are going to add another window, same like this. Since this building is slanting or not so straight to facing towards us, we have to make the lines also bit slanting. So make it properly with me. The same slanting of this lines. Okay. So I'll be adding 2 slanting lines this way. Then connect it with 2 vertical lines. Like this it should look, okay? 2 slanting lines and 2 vertical lines. Next step, serious, inside it, I'll mark 1 slanting line this way. And again, from here I will add 1 slanting line, and from that point should be 1 vertical line. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. Dears, first observe, understand it is, and then only start drawing, or else it will be confusing. I feel so. If you can draw it easily, very better. Okay, next. Same way, add 2 slanting lines over here and 2 vertical lines over here. Got it, dears? So we are done with that portion also. So almost our upper portions are done. Next, let's add some base for this also. Okay, for this same kind like this, we have to draw over here. So for that, again, we have to draw like certain oval shapes you need to draw. Not perfect circles, serious. Certain oval shapes this way you need to draw on the base through here like this. Okay, like this. Leave tiny gaps. No need to draw uniform gaps. You can put like this way also. Okay, next is from here, just add like lines like this. Able to do like this way. So it will look like wooden logs are arranged under it to keep that structure properly. So if anywhere it is too much gap, maybe you can add more oval shape. So it will look like, it will look better. And same kind of structure we have to draw here also. But here we are making it a little bit raw, not kind of very perfect plywood or anything. We are just drawing some structures to hold it properly there. Okay, like this. Like this, 1 or 2, or if you have a lot of space to here, you can add even more. Okay, up to you. So we are almost getting done now. So this is the starting point of our tunnel, and this is the ending point of the tunnel over the other side. Just in between also, try to mark one more curve this way. Should be in between, okay, like this. Make it a little bit light and mark a structure same like this. Able to see this? And while doing more detailings, it will be fine, so no need to worry about it now. Just make same kind but bit far away. Now we got a very plain area over here, so we will add a door here. Okay, so for drawing that door, so dears, if you are still drawing this part, pause the video, and those who have completed, get ready with drawing a door here. So for drawing a door, make two perfect vertical lines. One over here, leave a nice gap, add the next one like this. Okay, and make sure this line should be little bit taller than the first one, and connect it together with another slanting line. Again, over here, make a horizontal line, a smaller one. Then from here, connect to here. From here, connect to the top with a vertical line. Okay. Next step, we will add some lines over here. Now we will start doing these extra detailings to make our picture more better and beautiful. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit faster so we can finish it today. So yes, some bricks I have drawn over here, and I'm adding some lines like this to show that it's very old passage, that the cement or everything is broken, and we can see the bricks inside the structure. Okay, so we are just marking some lines inside. Can you see like this? And over here also. Okay, just add some rough lines for drawing that. It's a broken wall. Maybe on this side also, let's add some broken pieces that way. Pause the video wherever you feel like it's going a bit faster. Okay, dears, I have added some extra lines over here also. This line should be vertical actually. Vertical like this, or else it will not look proper. All right. So dears, this is a road, and on the other side, this is the one building which we were talking about. So this is the sky, and through this passage we will be able to see the building on the other side also, right? So what we will do, we will not go for very much detailings and all. We will just mark one vertical line over here, one horizontal line over here, and a slanting line over here. So it will look like some other building is on the other side also. We don't have to draw too much. Okay, maybe if you want you can add one more line or so, up to you. Okay, if you understand what I meant, like this. Okay, so it will look like some other buildings are on the other side also. which we don't have to draw, but simply with lines we can show. And now we are almost done. Maybe, just maybe, in case if you like to add, maybe you can add a lamp post also over here. So I'll quickly I made a rectangle box here. Making a triangle like this, inverted triangle like this. And on the top, I can add a Did you see how it is making? It's not mandatory again, as I said. Up to you if you like to add a. You remember in the first class we have added a first or second session we have added a lamp post or the lamps, lanterns and all. Okay, just like that you can add something for making the picture more beautiful. Simply adding some details and all. Plus, maybe after shading we can do more detailings. Okay, so with this, let's wind up the sketching of our picture. Now let's start with the shading. So while shading, actually we don't have to do too much, but this portion, serious, I want you to observe. Those who are still doing the sketching, please pause the video here, and those who are starting shading, let's do it together over here. See, on these all part you need to add two lines like this. Okay, and from here you have to put a little bit darker shade with your B grade pencil. Okay, with your B grade pencil like this, and finish it over here. Got it? How to do it? Like this way. So you will get that thickness. But when you're starting from here, no need to make it too wide and all. But once you finish it, should come and close it properly over there and shade it properly. Make it as dark as possible with your darkest B grade pencil. Okay, so next step where we will start with the shading of this particular stuff. So I'll be just giving some shading on the top like this, or some vertical strokes on the edges. Okay, like this way. Some shadings inside the glass of these windows. Some shadings, all these gaps actually I should fill, because when that wooden logs are placed, there shouldn't be any white gaps or anything. It all should be exactly like so dark and with shadows and shadings only. So no need to put too much gaps anywhere. Just fill it out. That would be better. And below this portion, I'm adding some shading. Just observe, dears, wherever I'm giving that shade. Observe and then follow. Okay, so this one I'm completely darkening. We have a section here. Just add some shading only to here, so it will look like a roof. I want to fill all these. Okay, adding more shadows, not shadows, shading. So this portion also I'm trying to shade with the vertical strokes like this. Okay, next on this door also, anywhere wherever we have added some shadow, doors, windows, these all area and requires a shading and shadow. So let's quickly make some shadows and shadings over here. This portion need a lot of shadow because it's like a passage or tunnel as we said. So let's add some extra shadings. Able to see dears, I'm adding a lot of shading here this way. Exactly, that should be inside that passage. Okay, over here also should be light shading like this. Let's add some shading over this window also, adding some shadows or shade below this tunnel part also. So it will be a little bit dark. It feels like a little bit darker over here. Like this. It is. So this much area we have to make it darker or shading part. Okay, so it's just shown a little bit only. The more we have to do. First, let's do this much. Oh, yeah, I missed this window also. So I'll add some shading over here also. Okay. So now let's start doing the proper shading. The smudging, we will start with the smudging. So initial step, you have to pick a tissue paper better for doing the smudging. So I'll be starting from this top left corner of our first building and gently doing the smudging so much that should look so better. Okay, over here under the passage, everything should look so smooth after our smudging. That's our first step. And for the tiny narrow areas, maybe you can pick your blending stump or anything. I'm choosing this so it will be easy to cover these regions also. A little shading everywhere looks nice. All right. Next step. So once the smudging is over, we have to do detailed smudging in these tiny areas, okay? Like that window part or between the wooden logs or these parts or the edges of this thing. Everything require smudging. Don't leave anything without giving a touch of shading because then only the picture looks completed. Because many of you, when you are sending the picture, I am pointing that certain areas you are missing to do the shading. So when we start shading to a picture, the every area should be attended, or else it is easily understood like you forgot some portion. Okay, so always make sure to double check every area is covered, every area is shaded properly. Okay, this thing should be completely done. Okay, just making, we are not following any light shadow rules. I'm simply shading all the edges and everything properly, simply, like not any rules or extra things. I'm just focusing to completely cover the smudging. Extra these damage areas also, I'm just giving some smudging. So once after the smudging, the next step is to darken the outlines and any extra detailings we have to do at that step, right? Okay, excuse me. All right, dears, so I have done with the smudging also. Okay, so those who are still doing this step, please pause the video, dears. Don't do it in a rush. Simply shading all the edges, that's it. Okay, wherever you feel like a little bit detailing is needed, do it. That's it. Okay, all right, so now let's start doing properly. So here I'm starting with the darkening of the lines. So I'm using my B grade pencil. You can pick your 8B or 6B or 10B or even higher B grade pencils. If you have, you can use it right now, okay, for these steps. So simply darkening, that's it. But serious, each time when I'm darkening, I'm going to apply a little bit detailings also, like random lines or cracked lines, just like that. More detailings we are adding to our picture. Okay, so this going to here. Darkening each section properly. And serious, again I'm giving one more shade on each of this side of the window. Can you see? This side glass I'll be giving some more shading. Like this. The same process, let's continue on all the other windows which we have drawn. Smudging again. Darkening the lines. This line darkening is very important after smudging. Why? Because or else it will look like so faded and all. It will not look so beautiful. So take your time. Don't forget to do these steps. Each steps are very important. darkening all the lines. Okay, so I have almost darkened all the lines which I have done. And when you look into the picture, you can easily notice that this part is not darkened. So these area we have to do. And then only the picture will look completed. So take your time before submitting. Just observe carefully if you have done all the lines properly. Okay. Some lines we have drawn here also, just make it darker. And the backside building also. So again, apart from this, if you would like to add something else to this picture, you can add maybe like some tiles on the road. You can just draw some, uh, on the pathways. There will be some tiles, pavement tiles and all that you can just draw like this. It's all options, dears. Whatever you feel, you can do. Next is if you want to draw some people walking through this passage, you can draw that also. Okay, so just like that, whatever comes, and it's a street, maybe you can add some shops, something like that also can be done, or also some kind of creepers or the plants with a lot of leaves can be drawn on the walls. Okay, these are extra stuffs you can add to fill these gaps. It will be nice if we have a lot of gaps and all. We can simply add some random stuffs. Okay, these are optional layers. That's why I'm just making it a little fast. If you like to add, you can add. If you like to add something else, you can do that way. Okay, randomly I'm just adding some tiny plants. That make it beautiful. Okay, and simply added some hanging plants just to fill that area. Instead of that, you can add a window over there, or just like this, one door can be added, or maybe a what else? What else you can't add? You can add anything you like. Okay, so I'll just add some more shading over here. Okay, anything that comes to your mind that suits the picture can be added and make the picture more beautiful. And I don't know how much you like the picture, so I'll be waiting for you to send your picture to see how it was for you. Was it easy, or it took a long time to understand what we are doing? Whatever it is, let's see how it goes. Okay, and as last step, mark your name and the date. So those who find it easy to do, don't forget to like our video also, and let's do something easier tomorrow. Okay, so that's it, dears. Those who have completed, don't forget to share your pictures with me so that I'll get an idea how should be the next session. All right, thank you so much and good night.